G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. I'm David. I am in between repotting deciduous trees at the moment, but I really want to get my hands going and a bit dirty and try and do some creative stuff, which I always like to do. So the Shimpaku Juniper has been sitting in my garden for a bit. I like to do major work, autumn, winter, on these Shimpakus in terms of bending and twisting and styling, major changes before the growing season. So let's have a go at this. You know me, if you've been watching my videos, I like small trees. This is way too big. So I am going to try and do something with this. It already has a couple of jins on this side. I'm not sure I'm going to keep them or not at the moment, but I'll leave them for now. I already had some jins here because I've airlaid branches off of this, and this is what was left over, and I've just ginned them off. So that's the normal way I approach it. So I'm going to try and make a smallest tree possible with this tree. So that's what I like to do. Nice fat base, nice big trunk, pretty nice, decent size for what it is. You know, good, nice width there at the base. But what do I do? How do I go about it? And that kind of stuff. So you probably can see two main branches, one up to here, one up to here. Probably pretty easy for me, decision-wise, is eliminating this branch. It's very straight. This branch probably has a lot more branching, and I'm just feeling it. Can I get it bent around, twisted, and put it in here somehow? Jins over this side, tree in here. Maybe that's the idea I'm going to try. So heavy gauge wire, 6mm aluminium I use. Really get it nice and tight, close coils, bend it around, guide wires, things like that to get it right around. But I'll show you that technique today. All right, let's get started. So one of the first things I do is I never cut off anything until I'm 100% sure, especially with this tree, because if I try and bend this and I break it, at least I've got some spare here. But if I cut this off now and I break that, nothing left. Okay, so first always is I'm going to try and bend this. I reckon I can bend this backwards, come around and try and put it in here. Try and put it in here. I want a small tree, jins to the side. Maybe keep this as a jin, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut these big ones off and just use them as cuttings, or just use them as large cuttings, and they should take. They're pretty vigorous. Keep them in the shade, in a nice open mix, and it should strike within 6 months. Should be okay. Just avoid the heat, and it's winter now, so it shouldn't be a problem. All right, so I'm going to apply very heavy gauge aluminium onto this branch, okay, and I'm going to try and bend it around, twist it. I'm going to wire up all the main branches here in case I keep them all. There's two big ones at the top here, two smaller ones here, so I am going to wire them all, but the main thing is this trunk and this joint here. So the joint that joins this onto the trunk, and these two up here, they're the most important two, so I can try and bend around, and it should come around. If I went this way, I think I'll snap it. It just doesn't feel right. I think the growth of this branch is going this way, so it should be going this way. All right, I'm going to apply wire to this trunk. Now I use 6mm aluminium as a start. Now, if you've seen this technique before, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I do want some sort of anchor point. I might anchor it onto, I am going to jin these, but I might anchor it here or onto this one, maybe onto this one for now, because I want to get this jinned, maybe create some shari or something down joining this later, these two bits joining up, something like that. So I'm going to anchor it. Now, I always leave the coil in this, I always leave the coil and I cut it off, because I never know how much I need to use. Now I'm going to bend the branch this way, so whatever the underneath part, the pointy bit, so this pointy bit, whichever way, when you go underneath the branch, whichever way it's pointing is the way it's going to go. So if it's pointing this way underneath, it's going to bend that way. If it's pointing underneath this way, I'm going to bend it going that way. Okay, but because I want to bend it this way, I've got to apply the wire this way. Okay, so that's what I do. So let's start off. Now I'm just going to show you this bit, just to show, and then I'm going to wire the whole tree without being filmed, just because it's boring. You don't want to see that. So let's get it going. So I'm going to start anchoring this part. I'm going to leave the coiled part up here because I don't know how much I need. It's always a bit tricky when you're doing tight coils. So if you've seen this part before, you can just skip to the next bit. Okay, skip along the video. But otherwise, come in here. I like to use pliers as well, I think, just to help me bend the wire. That trunk. Now I'm going to go, as I said, the underneath part is going that way. See how it's going that way underneath? So I'm going to be able to wire it around. So I am going to be coiling it more tighter, and I'm going to coil the joint right here because I'm really critical about this joint holding the whole time. And come in, and my coiling is about 60 degrees. Okay. Now I'm going to probably apply a second round as well. I'm going to go up this trunk, and then I'm going to go up that trunk. So the more coils, it acts like raffia. I'm sure you've seen this before if you've been watching my channel for a while, how I do this. So instead of applying raffia and rubber and all this messy stuff that you have to deal with, heavy gauge aluminium does the same job in tighter coils. It looks better and it's quicker. Everything to do quicker is good for me. I love something quick. I want to take ages doing something. So you can really see how much tighter they are, spacing wise. They're not 45-degree angles. They're more like 60 degree or 30 degrees, whichever way you look at it. Probably 30 degrees is the right way to say. 30-degree spacing. Anyway, sorry, you're probably going to block the camera for a bit while I manhandle this tree. As I said, you can speed through this section because you've seen it before. Otherwise, so I've still got the coil in my hand. Haven't cut anything off just yet. I'll go around one more. I'm not too worried about the foliage and all that stuff right now. It's really more about the branching at this stage. So that will probably be it for now. I'll cut this off. Alright, there's my first round, coiled nicely tight and so on. So I'm going to do one along the same lines, but I'm going to go up this branch in here because it's quite large, and I've done doubling up of the trunk so I can twist it. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. We'll come back and have a look. Alright everyone, so the test is now. So I've been able to wire up lots of the main wires, the main branches and so on. Now I'm going to have to look at this and try and look at what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just move some branches out of the way. I'm just going to see if I can bend this down without having to do too much work. So it's bending quite easily already, the top half anyway, so let's have to make sure it all comes around. There's a bit of a process here. The whole tree's moved, and it's absolutely making a massive mess in terms of what the tree's going to look like, but you can probably see everything's coming now. Pretty much was on that side, is now this side, and now it's coming forward. Now I don't know exactly where it's all going to be placed. I know that I was able to bend it all the way around. So that's a good sign. And look how much smaller the tree is. Okay, so let's work with that. It's pretty messy. However, these branches now, you can see I'm comfortable to get rid of them. Just let me find my branch cutters and make sure you cut the right ones off. So this one's gone, this one's gone. So there's two big cuttings that we can use if you're keen on it. Nice big cuttings. Okay, so now we got these to work with. Smaller tree, more refined. Has this, I'll probably create some deadwood now before I do any more work. So I'll just fix up this deadwood in here because I want to see where we can place all these branches and get it looking good. So let me go away and do a bit of work just to show you how everything's brought right down. Just having a look, there's no splitting, no nothing on that. So it's looking pretty good. Then we'll have to thin out and get a really nice looking tree, much smaller in here hopefully, and it'll look really good. All right, let me just do some cleanup work. I didn't want to finish the tree off and then just show you guys, but really what I'm really doing is positioning what branches I have created with the wire and then start to trim back anything going downwards, finding things that are going down and start trimming back. Too long, so these are way too long. I just go through it slowly and cut back until I'm happy with the length of some of the branches. Still maybe that's a bit too long. So I'm trying to separate out a bit of an apex, bit of a branch here, bit of a branch in here. They're all different angles, so ones should be forward, one should be a bit back, one should be up. So not really sitting on top of each other, but that's the aim we're trying to get to. So just continually go through and cleaning up. I will thin this quite a lot, this tree, but it should be okay at this time of year. So we'll see what it looks like, but I'm just going through it. And yeah, that's really just eliminating bits. I would probably have to put a bit more wire on some of the main secondary branches, not all, and get through and just see how it all fits together and position itself. If I find a smaller, thinner branch that could fill a heavier branch, I'll probably cut back to that. Okay, so that's something that you to always look forward to or look out for. But in this case, this tree is pretty reasonable with all the growth, pretty even, except for the main branching. But I'll go through that all now, and that's what I just want to show you, just slowly cutting back until you're happy and achieve the result you want. I really want to try and see if I can keep compacting this tree a bit more. I'm not entirely happy with the height just yet. I want to see if I can get that further down, but I'll have to make room by removing branches and removing foliage. Okay, I'm going to keep working on it. Alright team, so here is how it looks after the first styling. Pretty cool little tree now. I got it to the nice height. It wasn't as much as low. I wanted to maybe about this low, but I couldn't get it down that far. Not yet anyway, maybe in the future I can get it that further. There is that really big jin I'll have to deal with in the future. I'm not really happy with it just now. It's probably too big. Probably want a bit smaller. But for now I'm going to leave it. Always leave a jin if you're not sure 100%. So put some shari on the trunk, jin that branch off. Then I've reduced the back foliage back down as well. You only need some depth branches. You don't need really long branches at the back, so reduce that down. Overall though, really nice little mini, almost mini. Probably not mini enough, but it's really nice and small. Much more interesting tree, really nice pot one day. And the trunk's actually quite thick. Can you see that trunk now? It's pretty decent trunk size there. So that's what happens when you grow a tree on, grow branches on, the trunk thickens. And then I've used one main branch on the tree to create the whole actual apex. Brought it down, first lower branch, this one's a bit higher up to the side. The apex is sitting in there with some smaller branches around it, just smaller branches around it. All that needs to fill out, of course, but once it fills out, you can see a nice little tree starting to happen. Possible changes, I'd like to probably get it down smaller if I can. But other than that, clean up the trunk. There's a technique where you peel the bark and make the reddish bark, but I only really do that if I want to show the tree off, display the tree. So all in all, at the moment, it's just a set it all up. Let's forget it for 6 months, let it grow, and let's come back, look at it when it's healthy. I will not repot this tree this season coming up, just for the health of the tree. I've removed a lot of foliage. I don't want to cause any more grief by removing roots as well. So those roots, there's an abundance of roots in there to feed that foliage when it comes out of winter and spring starts. So the only real changes are these jins. What I'm going to do with them in the future, but maybe I'll let the tree recover, and we'll see how it develops over time and see how future it has. So really this was all just wiring and vision in how you wanted the tree. So I had a vision, I want a small tree. Which branch I used the better branches, took out the straighter ones because it would have been too contorted, but this one is a much nice subtle movement. I'm trying to explain something happened on this side of the tree and the other tree's going this way. So that's the point of how I've styled the story. So this is died, attacked by something, maybe the lightning hit it, and now it's regrown on this side, off the side of a mountain cliff somewhere in those rocky mountains and so on and so forth. So that's my plan, that's how my vision for this tree. So I'm just going to let it set it and forget it. From what it was to this, I'm pretty happy. Alright team, hope you enjoyed that video, and let me know if you have any questions, happy to answer. Stay tuned for more videos. See you next time, bye.